Welcome to another episode of the Back Catalogue podcast. This is the podcast where we, and by we I mean me, Apple, and my co-host / co-founder Vincent, we dive into the streaming service. We tell you, the listener and the viewer, what is worth it and what is not. And it's still Croc-Vember.
Croc-Vember. Wednesdays into November. We're 3 down.
We're 3 down. So we are. There's only 2 more left, which is sad, you know.
I know.
Because we're in Croc-Vember, we're enjoying it. You go into Croc-Vember, you enjoy it.
Exactly.
Here's the thing. We're doing crocodile movies all the time. No alligators here.
No alligators.
So we got to adjust some things because next week we said we're going to do the movie Crawl. Unfortunately, that features an alligator, so that's out.
That's out.
Movie's out.
Was that a 2007?
No, it wasn't a 2007 joint.
Okay.
That was like a 2019 joint, you know?
Oh, so it's more recent.
And people say it's a good movie, but it's got an alligator in it.
Yeah, that's not for us.
Interior crocodile, no alligator.
And it's no alligator November.
It's no alligator November. But what we're doing today is another 2007 potential classic. I mean, we're going to get into it. It is 2007's very own Primeval.
Prime values. We're talking 2. We're talking 3. We're talking all the odd numbers up to about like 13, and then we got 15. You got 3 times 5 is 15. So we ended there.
That's exactly right. And prime numbers, like if you don't know prime numbers, you don't know consonants, you don't know vowels, you ain't been to school.
That's all I was thinking when I was looking at this movie title, because it's a terrible title. It's a terrible title.
I mean, it makes sense given that crocodiles are from those times.
Yeah, but if they're using the word primeval, where does eval come from?
Where does eval come from?
Yeah, it's the lady's name's not even Valerie.
I mean, but that's just the definition of things from prehistoric times. Something is primeval.
I don't think this is how you spell it.
That's how you do it. It's not evil with an I. It's E-V-A-L. I mean, we can get into it. Let me get into the facts. You can get into that, okay? So this has got the 4.8 out of 10 on the IMDb. It's got the 19% on the Rotten Tomatoes. It's 35.
I'm 100% incorrect.
Yeah, but that's okay.
So we'll give Primeval like a point back.
But here's the thing, right? 50% of the time, you might be 100% incorrect. And that's okay. It's got 35% on TV Guide. 35% on TV Guide.
Is it made for TV movie?
It could be. An American news crew lands in Burundi to capture footage of a deadly crocodile. However, a violent warlord who stalks the region makes them his target. And we're here. I forgot about the budget in the box office, but it had a box office of 15 million and some change off of about a $6 million budget. And we're here. The man from Prison Break is here. The man from Evolution, that alien movie with Sean William Scott, he's here. Duchovny's in it.
Who's Duchovny?
He's in Evolution. He looks at the stars, he sees aliens, but it's in Evolution this time. Here's the thing that I want to just get into right now, right off the bat. We're in Croc-Vember. We're going straight for the kill. This might be one of the worst movies I have ever watched. And I'm just going to get into it. And this might be a one-man show today.
Yeah, but let's just appreciate that they straight out the gate.
I got to do some exercises, man, because this is pent up. I've had a day that's been different. But I've been looking at the positives.
Because I watched this today. I've not had one day. I've not had one day.
You ain't had a day to think about it.
And the only thing I'm thinking is, man's had like a deeper V the longer the movie went on. But also, straight out the gate, he had out with the deep V in the office as well.
So this is my man's from
Prison Break.
Prison Break. He's the brother from Prison Break, who not the man that's going into the prison, but the man that's already in the prison. They're trying to break him out.
Yeah.
Right?
And in this movie, and his chest trying to break out of his shirt.
He's a journalist that's done something bad. So the boss of the journalist says, "Hey, listen, you got to go to Burundi. You got to not only just capture footage of this crocodile, you better capture this crocodile, killing people."
And then the lady who does animal journalism things, she's got an even deeper V on her shirt. And I'm looking like they're already at there's already a competition here.
The only guy that's not got deep V's is Orlando Jones, and he's just wearing like the sort of basic kits that you get in FIFA Street.
Oh, dude, but that's that Total 90 kit. I mean, man went out with that.
He went out and look, dude. That is 2007's very own. If you're watching football and you're not doing Total 90, you haven't got that Ronaldinho spec on. Like
that's not Ronaldinho.
Is that not him?
Well, I guess it was Total 90. I just remember Wayne Rooney had the Nike boots that were like the Total 90, and they were the ones where, hey, you wanna have a shot, like a killer shot, just like hella like power. Yeah. Like the goalkeeper will catch the ball and he'll go into the net with the ball. That's Wayne Rooney. That's Total 90. You get them boots.
And look, in soccer they'll change your boots. They'll change the ball that one time.
Oh, they'll change it.
And I can't remember what it was, but
it was the Jabulani.
That's the Jabulani.
They had the vuvuzelas and they had the Jabulani.
Yeah, dude. I was ready to call that ball the vuvuzelas. Very, very, very briefly, I was going to call it that. But let's get into this, okay? So essentially the story is there's this journalist who he's done something bad. He did something wrong. He didn't go by the code of ethics of journalism.
No, he just had a wrong source.
He had the wrong source. And that's code of ethics things. He goes to Africa to find this crocodile. And I'm talking about a 7-point-something meter crocodile. So it's as big as the one in Rogue.
Yeah.
And this crocodile been eating folk. Yeah. It's been eating folk. In fact, the start of the movie, there's the UN is there. They're looking at all these mass graves. They're trying to figure out what's going on. There's this person who does, anthropology or something. She's out there and she's like, hey, look, this is a mass grave. Let me just stick a shovel in it. And it turns out to be a crocodile. Crocodile eats it.
I mean, I don't even know how that works. I don't even know how that works.
How it works is this crocodile 7.6 meters. He's doing stealth.
Yeah, but he somehow burrowed himself into, not even close to really the river area. No. He's a good few meters away from the river. He's in just up. It didn't even look like mud. It was just dirt. So it's compacted there. He's going, I'm going to be a fossil one day. I might as well start now.
And maybe, you do that thing for skincare, man. You get in the mud for skincare.
That's true.
The crocodilians, reptiles, in fact, all scaly.
And this lady messing with his skincare routine.
Dude.
And you mess with someone's skincare routine and you get pieced up, you really can't argue with that.
And I got Milia at the moment. I'm that deep in the skincare game that I know what Milia is and I got it. And that's just unfortunate, man. And this is the day that I'm having.
I thought you would like a 21 Savage reference.
No, I'm talking about like skincare, like milky white spots, like on your
Dermalogica and Kiehl's.
100%, man. Ultraceuticals, like we could name them all. Like, let's just name them all. That's what we'll do for Crocodile.
Yeah, we'll just name all the different skincares that we know.
Let me just get into this, okay?
We also got misogynism out the gate. That's like the third line of this movie as well.
Oh, straight from, hey, sorry, I mixed up his name. I said someone from my actual life, their full name. Yeah. I didn't realize that was the case.
And you said their name 3 times and they were at the door. You looked at me, I said, there's somebody in this room.
Oh my goodness. I looked in the mirror, I looked at you, there was somebody else in this room. Now, Prison Break's very own, he's out the gate with misogyny. And he's out the gate of being like, this is a woman here, I'm not going to, I don't consider, especially because she's an animal journalist, I don't consider her to be a journalist. Look at my shirt, look at my open chest. Like, I'm a man that looks strong, but I don't know if I actually am. I can't see it, but I'm seeing enough to maybe think that he looks strong.
Yeah.
So they go to Africa. Now, let me get into what I don't like about this movie, okay? Because it's twofold. Because one of it's about the crocodile, which I'll get into, and one of it's just about the general story of this movie. Here at the back catalogue, we have one simple rule. If it's out of our league in regards to our scope of practice, our scope of knowledge, we're not approaching it. You know what I mean? We're just not approaching it. We're leaving it at the door. There might be world events happening. We're not bringing it here because we don't know what's going on.
That's right, because the internet's down. We can't, like Optus gone.
Floptus.
We got no Optus at the house.
There's no Optus at the house. There's nothing. I can't believe I got to primeval the way I did. I had to work through back chains. I was in blockchain.
You were in the encyclopedia. You were out here with the books.
I had Britannica, I had Encyclopedia. I didn't know which one to choose. Here's the thing that they do in this movie. They say, hey, look, you love crocodiles. It's 2007. We got 3 of these crocodile movies. Big time. In the cinemas. Theaters. Interior crocodile alligator. I drive a Chevrolet movie theater. They're in there.
Dude, they're in there.
Primeval comes out. They say, let's make it different. Instead of it just being about a crocodile, let's make this a metaphor for war. And especially war in Africa. I'm a white director. I got Prison Break at the helm.
It's funny because they say stuff like that, they make it obvious somewhere at the end they're going, I know what the shaman said, meaning now. It was, humans caused this because all the bloodshed, it put the crocodile, put people in the water. I mean, people were in the water already. So number one, that doesn't make sense.
You got to explain it to the people though, because no one's watching Primeval. No one here has watched Primeval.
No
The
one here
three
should
people
watch.
that are here, they haven't watched Primeval because we let that man in this room when I said the person's name 3 times. Because I've had a day, man. I'll be
had a
honest with
day.
you, I've had a day, man.
And I've had a day too because it's 39 degrees at the house.
Oh, dude, it was hot at the house, and you're not a guy that will put on the aircon
Nah.
because like that's just value for your.
All right,
money.
you start talking because I've jumped ahead and we're talking about things that
No. So you're right. They put this I don't even know what the word is because I leave it at the door.
Yeah.
I'll leave those words at the door because I don't know what they mean. But they put this big line in there. This sort of like, this is the hitter. This is the thing that's going to make people leave the cinema and think about it. The crocodile is huge. It's 7.6 meters. And the reason that it's huge is because it's eating people. It's been eating people for how many years? But what my man's from Prison Break says is he's like, oh, I figured out there's this shaman that was in the village. He's told me the reason that the crocodile is so big is because the greed of man has killed all these people and they have then been fed to the crocodile. So essentially we are feeding the crocodile.
I don't think the shaman said that specifically, like verbatim. The shaman said, like, you guys, we brought this on, or something like, you brought this on yourself.
That's right. And, he's a journalist, so he read between them lines.
He journaled.
He journaled.
He journaled. He was there. He was like, hey, dear Doherty, my day was pretty trash. Like, my best mate died. But hey, guess what? I solved the crisis in Burundi. I've solved it.
Yeah. He solved it because, the big crocodile is called Gustav,
Yeah.
and then the warlord is called Little Gustav. And, the warlord is a man that they knew for the whole time.
That's right. And like all conflicts, you get rid of the main person. That's just it. That's everything just crumbles after that.
Yeah, you cut the snake.
Yeah, that's
the
right.
head of the snake.
Yeah, that's right.
The body just crumbles. I mean, that's happened historically. That's happened. But we left that at the door.
Historically, it's happened, but historically, that hasn't happened.
That's right. But we left that at the door.
We left that at the door. So did the heads that are making this movie.
So they really missed an opportunity to just make this big old crocodile that's killing people.
Well, because also
And we're
there
gonna hunt down this
was so
crocodile.
many parts in this movie where they would none of the main characters were likable.
No. And there's parts where they try to be.
The lady was the only one that's moderately likable, but then she's going out saving dogs when there's literally a 7.6 meter crocodile potentially in the water. She goes to this village. So we're jumping around because we'll jump around.
That's okay because we'll jump around. We left that.
So the heads, there's 5 of them. There's Prison Break.
Yeah.
There's his mate, the cameraman, total 90. There's this lady, the animal reporter. There's a
hunter.
There's a hunter. There's a crocodile man who does like Little Bites, Big Bites TV show, and he wants to save crocodiles. And then there's the hunter that you said.
Yeah.
So there's 5 heads.
They're hunting Gustav. They're hunting the crocodile.
Gustav. Yeah, the crocodile man doesn't want to hunt Gustav. He's going, oh, crocodiles, they're fantastic creatures. Man is the real danger. Crocodiles, we should save them or whatever. Like, man wants to breed crocodiles. And that might be with him or with just other crocodiles. Who knows? Because he's giving off all kind of interesting energy. But they rock up to this village in Africa, in Burundi, and straight away, they've got this dog. The village has got this dog out on a raft, kind of tied to the jetty.
Yeah.
To go, okay, well, the dog's going to get pieced up when the crocodile's here. So we know, let's get out the water. Let's disperse.
Yeah. Because these people in the water, because they're a fishing village.
Well, what else are they gonna do?
That's how they get their food.
What else going to do?
Yeah.
So this lady straight out, like literally, she gets out the car. What's that dog doing there? She pulls the dog in.
First of all, there's 2 reasons that's bad. One of the reasons is you got Gustav in the water. Like Gustav comes out, that's it for you.
That's exactly right. But also, you don't go to someone's house and start like trimming their hedges.
And that's the big thing, because she's coming in not only just as a person that is not from there, but also an extremely white person that is not from there. So like, you're coming in and you're doing stuff to try to, I don't know, support or make things better in a space where they're like, hey, we're doing our own thing here.
She's not trying to make things better. She's just trying to save the dog.
Well, she's trying to save the dog, but in her mind, that's making things better. And that's how people will go in, missionaries will come to their house and they might do it.
She almost dies again because of the dog. Later in the movie.
She's chasing the dog
That's
around
what I mean.
the
She's the only one
yeah.
that could be a likable character, but she does such dumb things.
Well, it's also like, that doesn't make someone likable. It does in theory, but in this practice, it didn't.
In this scope of practice, it didn't make her likable.
Because she left likability at the door. Everyone in this movie left likability at the door. Another example of that, Orlando Jones, Prison Break, the zoologist, the animal person, they're all sitting. The people from the tribe in Burundi, they are doing a song with the towards the new people. And then those people from Burundi, they say, hey, listen, now can you give us a song back? And that was meant to be a comedic moment. You'd be like, look at the banter between the characters. We're all laughing here. I don't know what happened in that scene. I thought my brain glitched. I thought it switched off for a second.
You thought you were watching the outtakes.
I thought, okay, they've somehow put this, like, this was meant to be left on the cutting room floor, but it's in here. And it stayed in here. If it was us, we would have left it at the door. In fact, we don't cut anything except for the thing that we have to cut in this episode. Like, mark that down for time. Because that's what happens when you're angry, when you approach something with heat, you make a mistake. And I made a mistake.
That's right.
You know, unfortunately, and Orlando Jones is meant to be the comedic relief a lot in this movie.
Total 90.
Total 90.
Yeah.
And there's scenes in which, you know, we've talked about how levity can really make a really dour and hard situation so much better. Like for example, in Last of Us, they're doing all Last of Us things, killing zombies, killing people. You see a giraffe. You're like, man, I feel safe. I feel comfortable. This is what I needed right now. They try to do that in this movie. And there's a scene in which the animal reporter is being chased by a man who is trying to assault her in every sense of the word, trying to assault her. Gustav kills that man. There's blood. There's guts everywhere. All this stuff is happening. It's all dour things. You think people from the main cast are going to die. You think people from the main cast are going to be harmed. Someone saves them, and then Orlando Jones says this joke, and it's meant to be like that. Oh man, you know, we had the high of all the stress and all the dourness, and then I've hit you with this, and it just fell flat.
What was the joke?
He says, I'm going to get you to America if I need to put you up my ass.
Oh, that's right. The kid, Jojo.
He says that to Jojo. Jojo will run away, he'll come back. You know,
he'll bleed out for an hour and a half, and he'll come back.
And I mean, shout out Jojo. I hope he got to America because that was his plot line. You know,
yeah,
he wanted to leave in any way that he could. So I talked about there's two folds in this movie. The other thing is this is a crocodile movie. And out of the 3 crocodile movies that we've watched up until this point, this is the worst crocodile that we've seen. And I'm going to get into that.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? They went too hard on the special effects with the gore and stuff like that, which I think it was just... the crocodile wasn't... there was no tension at all, really. It was, all right, we've got scenes without the crocodile, and then we've got scenes with the crocodile. Like, the crocodile's here.
Yeah. Crocodile's flipping, crocodile's smacking people with his tail.
Crocodile's getting gold medal in like calisthenics at the Olympics.
Dude, anyway, we're going to get into the part where the crocodile's running on land in a second. But the issue that we have with this crocodile, like, look, okay, we can say 2007 very own. The CGI is not as good as it is now. Okay, I'll say that. I'll sit there, I'll say that. But listen, there has been other movies that we've seen, 2 other movies, in fact, with maybe similar budgets, that had good-looking crocodiles. Decent, better-looking, in fact.
And we're not discriminated against crocodile to crocodile?
Absolutely not. Because we're here for this is Crocvember.
This is Crocvember. We love all crocodiles.
Any shape, form, 7 meters.
But you got to do a service to the crocodile.
You got to do a service to the crocodile.
Because you got to respect the crocodile. Not as much as Little Bite, Small Bite in this movie, because he respects him a bit too much.
And look, I get it. I get it why he respects him that much, but, you know, when you start respecting something that much, that's when you need to take a step back and you say, do I need to get out this game? Because I'm either going to be married to the game or I'm going to be married to a crocodile. And one of those is not the right thing to be married to. This crocodile, one of the other issues is every time we see it, as Vincent said, it's thrashing, it's lashing, it's moving around. The camera is cutting in so many different directions. There's scenes in which they're in the water, so the camera goes in the water, then it's out the water, then it's on someone's face, then it's on a crocodile tooth, then it's back in the water, then it's on some other man's that I didn't know who he was, and then it's back in the water. And that's how it's chopping and changing. It's chopping and changing more than we chop and change, Vincent. You know? Dude, and I've had a day, man. And I have had a day.
I was just thinking while you were saying that, because I wasn't really listening, but I was just thinking the only part that I thought was kind of good about this movie was straight out the gate, and I've said straight out the gate 3 times because there was about 4 or 5 gates in this movie.
Yeah.
This forensic anthropologist that goes to check out the mass graves, You know, she hits the crocodile. Skincare routine is just ruined. He was in the middle of exfoliating, and now I don't know what's going on in her left and right, and she just gets pieced up immediately. Yeah. And that kind of scared me a bit.
Yeah, dude.
And I was going, oh, okay, and we're here.
And the best part about it is like, not only does she get pieced up immediately, like 17 UN soldiers come through just shooting machine guns at the water, and then his body just floats to the top.
But also that man that was with her,
yeah,
you know, he's just shooting, but he's like, what in the world just happened? He's just got finger on the trigger, just pushing, and he's going, I don't know what happened here, but I'm just going to keep doing this.
Now, there's definitely elements of this movie that I think were funny in that same way, and I think that the crocodile is where the fun elements of the movie happen. Okay, so we've got that scene, because that again, as well as it did for Vincent, that shocked me. I was not expecting it.
Yeah,
especially because she almost seemed like she could be a main character.
I thought she was going to be okay. Now this is the main character. This is
where
the
we
main
start.
Character. Yeah,
because I didn't look at synopses, I didn't look at trailers, I didn't look at nothing. You know, there's scenes where Orlando Jones is running away from the crocodile. You know, there's scenes that I think are fun, and you know, Orlando Jones in himself, he did well in this movie for what he had to do. He did well in this movie because he's been in Evolution. He's been in a far better movie, but he still will take a movie like this and he'll give it his best. But I just don't think that it was good enough. Like, I think that, you know, we've seen 2 Crocodile movies before that. This is definitely rated a whole lot lower than the previous Crocodile movies.
This movie was dramatized to the highest degree you could do. I feel like every interaction was so not like you have the one line as the, well, I'll do it then, or you know, stuff like that. It was, every interaction just felt like, why are we making this like we're on Broadway and we're trying to get on, like, we're off Broadway, we're trying to go on Broadway.
That's exactly
right.
What they were.
That's what it felt like. Everything just felt like we're just trying to bring as much drama to this situation. Hey, you know, I've got this tranquilizer or this electric, you know, we're not going to kill the crocodile. You can't not kill the crocodile. You know, it killed my wife. Which is I'm bleeding out. Which is one of the best scenes in the movie because it's just so dumb.
Yeah.
But that guy dying it's got to be, I mean, that's my top scene of this movie because it was just so hilarious.
And you know, it was, let's just say it was maybe imitated, but not done as well in Kong Skull Island, in which this man's like, look, this hunter, right? He's bleeding out. He's talked to the people. He said, the reason I'm here to kill Gustav, this crocodile, is because my wife, she was bathing in the water. She's done it thousands of times, and Gustav ate her. And it's like, that's simple crocodile logic. You know,
I need revenge.
Like, brother, you can't
bathe. It's an animal.
You can't bathe in the same spot. Like, you know, you talk about
Gustav doing his skincare routine on one side of the river, your wife bathing on the other side of the river. I mean, like, you're in the areas.
You see McDonald's across your house, you might be doing No Junk November. December 1st, brother, you know you eat McDonald's.
I don't know if that works logistically, but I'll take it.
But I'm saying, you know, you are Gustav. You're seeing McDonald's across the street.
I'm following now.
It's No Junk November. December 1. Let me get a quarter pounder with cheese with Big Mac sauce.
Oh my God, I'm dying, but my wife, he killed my wife. I couldn't get revenge. Let me use this grenade and get revenge. 100%. I'm looking at this. I don't even need to look at the time. I'm going, there's definitely more time to this movie.
Gustav
there
ain't
shouldn't
dying.
be. There shouldn't be.
No.
But there's more time to this movie. This is not the end.
Gustav grabs him and throws him away, and the man blows up like just in the air.
No, he doesn't. He blows up in the water.
He blows up. He blows at some point. And that is what happened in Kong Skull Island. The dude comes through and he's like, eat me to those big old.
And it doesn't eat him.
It just smacks him with his tail and he goes flying into a wall.
I think I remember that. Part.
And you know, that's a top tier scene in this movie. I'll give him that. You've named 2 top tier scenes in this movie. I believe that.
This movie had way too many times that I thought, all right, we should end it now.
Yeah.
Okay, now we should end it. All right, now they really got to end it. Well, how come they're not ending it? It just seemed like there was another one. Oh, the crocodile's gone. Oh, they're going out the crocodile. Oh, now little Gustav's coming and he's actually the man from the start and he's running the show, you know, and then they're doing malicious stuff.
And then like little Gustav gets killed. another issue with this movie, and I'm going to say it right here. So you've seen the lady at the start get pieced up. You've seen a kid just get swallowed whole at one point. You've seen one of the military people who's trying to assault the animal journalist. He's getting bitten in half. There's blood everywhere, right? This is not a movie that necessarily shies away from gore. Okay, you have Orlando Jones running down, just running, straight running. Crocodile behind him, Gustav behind him. Gustav moving fast in this movie, you know?
He's not zigging, he's not zagging.
Yeah, Orlando Jones just running straight.
Yeah.
Again, we got 2 crocodile rules. 1, don't bathe in the same spot for 1,000 days. 2, run in zigzags.
Because they'll know the patterns. They'll know the patterns.
They know the patterns. Now, Orlando Jones running, right? And he's like, you see him running, he's got a good style to him, you know? And you think, Orlando Jones not going to die. And then like Gustav's maybe this table's length away from us, which is maybe a meter, right? He's that far away. And then it just fades to white. And you're thinking, you know, I haven't seen Orlando Jones die, so I'm assuming he's still alive.
Yeah.
You know, Orlando Jones dead.
Orlando Jones dead.
But here's the issue with that. Why did you not show Orlando Jones getting just absolutely ragdolled?
No, because they wanted to make it, but what if he didn't, you know, maybe he's out there. And then you wanted to make it more impactful when Prison Break sees the man's, which is not impactful because I had no emotions towards Orlando Jones.
And I agree, you know, now that you say that, I can see where they're coming from. And I appreciate that. And I appreciate that. Look, I'll give you 3 scenes. I'll give him 3 scenes.
I'll give him 3 scenes.
I'll give him 3 scenes. Now, I'm going to ask you, Vincent, before we get into the ratings, is there anything else that you want to say? I just got to make sure this is actually Orlando Jones. It is Orlando Jones.
We might have to just cut the whole podcast.
Is there anything else that you want to say about this movie?
I mean, not really. They really did do a pretty bad job at most things here. I do think that, you know, they did the whole, hey, you know, the white woman died, so that's the only reason why you're here.
100%.
And then they're doing these things like just to bring hey, we're really exposing the civil war in Africa. Me
Us,
as a director.
the white people.
Yeah, us the
like it's like Yoni came. They're saying really, you know, impactful things, but they're not doing it in the right way. And that's the word I was looking for. I left it at the door. I brought it back. Impactful. You know, you say that line about we're feeding Gustav with our greed. You know, you put that in Schindler's List. You put a crocodile.
Schindler's looking at the list. He's going crocodile. And it's just the man's like the crocodile walking in.
But what I'm saying is, you put it in a better movie.
I think the issue was this movie was
better written movie.
Yeah, this movie was
a better acted movie. A better directed movie. And I mean, look, I saw some of the planes. I enjoyed that. I saw the planes.
The planes?
Like as in the planes.
Of Africa.
Of Africa.
Planes of Africa.
Yeah.
The establishing shot, you know, David Attenborough was there. He was going, yep, tick, that's a good one.
Zebras, a rhinoceros, because I see a rhino, dude. That's respect to a rhino.
I mean, so many dumb things they were doing in this movie. They were out there just walking around in the bush. We're talking, this is Africa.
Yes.
This is Africa.
Yeah.
Don't worry. The crocodile's in the river, bro. I can't get it. There's lions. There's rhinoceros. There's zebra. Like, you get pieced up by a zebra.
I mean, there's wild animals. You go near wild animal. And I'm talking about, when I say wild animals, I don't just mean, you know, vicious wild animals, but you come across a horse in the wild. That's it for you.
I played Red Dead Redemption.
Exactly.
You mess around the wrong side of a horse, that's it.
That's it. You're gone. You know, you mess out on the wrong side of zebra. We haven't seen that in video game form.
You're seeing black, you're seeing white.
You're like Orlando Jones, you just fade to white.
I think you're right. If the things in this movie, I mean, yes, they're all valid, but it just feels like the movie was trash, so it makes it worse.
Yeah.
Whereas, yes, in a better movie, I don't know what. I think maybe. Well, the characters were just not good characters. I think that's the crux of the issues in this movie. The characters were not likable characters. You had misogynism out the gate, like straight out the gate,
and V-necks,
deep. Which, I mean, the V-necks, you know, you do a deep V. That's not the biggest issue in the world.
That's true.
But the characters just felt like assholes.
Yeah.
And then, you're the only one for me, baby, like on the plane home. They're together now. Orlando Jones and
Orlando Jones dead, but
Prison Break. Prison Break and
and the animal doctor,
the
animal reporter. Now I agree. Like if I almost get eaten by a crocodile on multiple occasions, I almost get assaulted by a person, physically and in other means, I might fall in love with someone.
That's right, and that's you fight, flight, freeze, or fawn.
Exactly right, and then that's the trauma response that they're experiencing. Let's give this a rating.
This is like a 3.
This can't be a 3 because we gave Rogue a 3. This has to be a 2.
Is it? Did we give Rogue a 3?
We gave Rogue a 3.
Oh, this is a 2 then.
This is a 2, man. This is a 2.
It's a 2 for me. It's a 2 for you.
It's just not serviceable.
It's
not serviceable as a film.
Talk soon.